As of April this year, the Agaciro Development Fund had already raised 200 Rwandan francs billion, including 50 billion which will be invested in the purchase of shares at the Rwanda Stock Exchange market, making a profit in the short term, and more than 150 billion will be invested in the long-term profitable projects. The long-term profit-making projects include processing agricultural products such as rice, tea, coffee, cassava and more. The Kinazi cassava processing plant is one of the projects, with the fund holding a 56% stake. The chief executive officer of the processing plant, Christian Mbabazi, says that such an investment is beneficial for the country. Like Kinazi itself, I would say it was a good investment and we see a good future out of it. Like any other business, it takes time to build and progress, but we have hope that it will regain and it will see lasting benefits, whether it is for the year or its shares, which would have added value by then. People have benefited because we are like the market for their produce, but we also employ many of them who are all from the area, with more than 300 people a day, and the area as a whole is thriving. In addition to processing agricultural products, the Agaciro Development Fund will also invest in tourism, technology projects, the stadium construction, and in the Gasabo 3D project, among others. Agaciro Development Fund CEO Patrick Marara Shaka assures that the funds raised will be productive so that they can be used in a sustainable manner.
If you look at the investment that we have in Agaciro Fund, it's spread in different sectors. It's in the sector of agro-processing, it's in the sector of construction, and also it's in the sector of ICT, different sectors, and also tourism. So all those different sectors we have been investing, and we shall proceed to invest based on the project, how viable the project is, and based on the priorities.
The Agaciro Development Fund owns 16.5% of the shares in the Simerwa factory, worth 116 million shares, valued at Rwandan francs 14 billion, also listed on the Rwanda Stock Exchange market. In the coming days, the fund will also look to sell its shares in Hotel Umubano. Dr. Claude Rusibana, an investment expert who is also the Vice Chancellor of the University of Kigali, says that such a fund is a means through which the government uses to boost domestic investment.
The development of a country comes from the production. So if there was a gap, remember that our trade balance is still negative. So when the Agaciro Development Fund will receive that as a capital from the shares, from the government shares, that capital will be used to improve the production. As you said, that they are investing in agro-processing. That is now promoting the made in Rwanda. When those products are now produced in Rwanda, consumed by Rwandans, paid in local currency or international currency, maybe they can be exported outside, that is now overcoming the trade deficit in the country, and it is where we are now heading.
The launch of the Agaciro Development Fund was considered at the 9th National Dialogue Conference held in 2011. Each civil servant contributed 1% of their salary, and institutions also had a contribution to make, and not forgetting ordinary citizens who were encouraged to give according to their capability to do so. The contributions were halted in April this year. Innocent MUGABO, RTV News.